Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a landscape on a website called Autodraw. We are going to create a digital drawing, but right now I just want to quickly show you a landscape painting by a very famous artist named Vincent van Gogh. This one is called Starry Night. Vincent van Gogh is one of my favorite artists because I like the way that he painted. His brush strokes lines up with one another and it creates a movement in his painting, even though this is simply just an image, a still image. So this artwork is a landscape. It's a scene of nature. You can see there's this beautiful night sky with stars, and then you see this quiet town at the bottom, and then we have this large cypress tree in the nature. So let's take a look at another Vincent van Gogh painting here, also a landscape, but this one is during the day, and this one is called Wheat Field with Cypress. And here's the tree right here. It's the same tree that we saw. And we have the wheat field here. We have a rolling hills in the back and this beautiful rolling skies with clouds. So both are landscape painting. Here's another landscape painting. We have a pond with the nature, with the forest in the back. And then you see the artist illustrate space by creating a large house in the foreground and a small house in the background. We have another one. Here's another artwork that is a landscape where there's animals, deers in the foreground here, and then this kind of foggy forest in the background. So a landscape is simply an image or a work of art of a scene of nature. It can be a photograph, a collage, a painting, a drawing of a landscape. So I want to show you what I created with Autodraw. This is an artwork that I just made, and I'm going to show you how to use this website to create your own landscape drawing. And I'm going to create the drawing just like this, just so you can see how I use the tools. So when you go and click on the Autodraw website that I provided for you, it should bring you to a page that looks similar to this. If not, then it would be its home page, which would allow you to get started. And you want to start on a blank canvas. So if it's not on a blank canvas, you can click the left corner right here and it'll give you option to select the canvas you want to work with. But we are going to select this first canvas because this is a landscape canvas. So I'm going to select that. And then on the left side, you have a tool called Select. You have a tool called Autodraw, which we will use this tool. You have a tool called Just Draw, Type, Fill, Shape, and then you have a choice of different colors. And then you got the Zoom button. So let me show you quickly how what each tool does. So here, the Draw tool. This one, if you drag all the way to the left, you'll make skinny marks. If you drag it all the way to the right, you'll make really large marks. So that's what the draw tool is for. The type is for you to write, change the font, and then just change the size of the font as well. The fill is for you to fill in a shape. So if I have a shape here, and I want to fill it in with a color, I can fill that in. And then this last one right here called undo is just to kind of undo whatever you just did. But if I want to delete something, I go to select and I click on whatever I want to delete, and then I click on the trash bin. And then obviously if there's so many things that I don't want on the paper and I just want to start all over again, I can just click on that and select a new canvas to start over again. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get started. First, I am going to draw my horizon line with the tool Autodraw. And my horizon line is the line that's going to separate my paper in half into the ground and then into the sky. All right, so I just drew a line, and with Autodraw you are actually drawing with a computer that is trying to guess what you are drawing. So what I want is actually just a line, but look at all of the things that it guessed. It thinks I am drawing all these things, but I just simply want a line. So I'm going to select that line, and then I am going to kind of show you how each of these buttons works. So this one, the circle, you can use it to rotate. So if you want to draw something going up the hill, this is what you do. Now, if you want your lines to be shorter, you would drag like this. If you want it skinny, you would drag like this. So take your time and play around with your tools to see, so you can create what you want. You can also, when it's selected, you can also use your arrow on your keyboard to kind of move it around as well. So here I have my horizon line, and I'm going to kind of just create the same drawing again. All right, next I am going to draw the hill, the mountains in the background. So I'm going to select Auto Draw again, and I'm going to draw my mountains. If you hold it down, you can just draw it one straight line, or not straight, zigzag line. And look at all the mountains that it guessed. So I want this one, and it kind of automatically changed the picture for you. And then I'm going to select this and just quickly change its size as well as its position. And then I want to duplicate, meaning I want to copy this and then paste it, because I don't want to keep having to draw and do that. I'm going to select that and Control C, which is copy. You can try this as well, but I would do Control C just faster. So Control C for copy and Control V for paste. And think about changing the size of your mountain as well. You want to give it a variety, kind of just different types of mountains or different height, just to make your artwork looks more interesting. So here I have my mountains. Now I'm going to draw my moon. So once again, I'm going to select Auto Draw, and then it kind of fills in. And it thinks here's the moon, but it also thinks I'm drawing all kinds of other things. So I'm going to select this one, and it brings the moon up. I'm going to select this moon and just shrink it. Now I have my upper half of my picture. I'm going to create the bottom half of the picture. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some tree, Auto Draw, and go ahead and begin drawing my tree. Now, just because you think that it can guess, you should still try to draw your best so that you give it a better guess. You're kind of giving the computer hints. So you want to try to draw as close to what you think it is as possible. So that's the tree I want. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then I want several trees. I'm going to copy this and kind of move it around before I change the size. So let's think about space for a moment. Things in the foreground would be larger or taller than things in the background, right? So as I move up toward the horizon line, my tree should get a little smaller and shorter. So here's the foreground. We got tree in the middle ground here. And then I'm going to put some trees in the background. So I'm going to make it smaller. All right. And then I am going to draw my subject matter, the deer. So I'm going to draw, and look at this. As I am drawing, it's going to keep guessing. So here I'm going to draw the antlers, And you can keep seeing that it's keep guessing on the top until you think it gets right. So far, there you go. Here's the deer right there. All right, so if I want the deer to go downhill, this is fine for me. But if I want the deer to go uphill, I'm going to click this side and just drag it, and it'll flip the image for me. And then I'm going to change the size if it's all the way back here. And if it's at the front, I just copy that and copy this deer. And if it's in the front, it should be a little bit bigger. So a family. And I just finished my drawing of landscape. So if you want to sign that, you can. You can say, just sign your name here. I'm just going to change the font real bit quick and say bye. Okay, that's my artwork. So you have two ways to share this. Way number one, you can download it and it'll kind of save your artwork for you onto your computer. So it just brought that up. And then, but it depends on how your computer is set up. My computer, when it's saved, it brings it to the download folder. So if I'm going to submit this artwork, I would click on Start a New Thread, back to my discussion post, put my name, and maybe a title for artwork, Winter Landscape. And then I would go find the artwork that I just saved. So I would click on this camera called Insert Image, look for my computer because it's in my computer, click on Upload. I am going kind of fast, but you are welcome to press pause. And then on the left side, it's a bunch of different folders, but I want to look for download, right? So, because that's what just happened. I just downloaded. So here's download, and it brings me to a bunch of different things that I have downloaded, but I know what I just downloaded is from Autodraw. So here, look, Autodraw, March 19, 2020 at 8:47, just a moment ago. So that's the picture I downloaded. I'm going to select that, click open, and it'll bring that picture up and allows me to upload and put it on my discussion post. So if you see this little thing right here, all you need to do is scroll down and select this image is decorative. And it'll put that picture on for you. Look at that. That's my artwork right there for me to post. Now, way number two, option number two, you don't want to go through the download step. You can share something called a link. But a link will not show the picture. It'll just allow me to click on that link and it'll bring up the picture on a page. So let's try that. If you want to share a link, all you do is click the top left corner here, click on the word share, and this page is going to bring up a page that will give you a link. You see? So it'll say copy link. So you click that and it said link copied. So then you go back to your discussion post. Let's say you don't want to upload a picture, you just want to share a link. You will paste the link that you just copied. So you can right click your mouse and click paste, or you can hold down the control button and press V and it'll do the same thing. It'll kind of spit out that link for you, and then you can click post. And once you click post, your work is there for everyone to see. Okay, so have fun.